Welcome to Freeway Films, where I talk about movies while I drive to my real job, which, by the way, has nothing to do with films and everything to do with selling things and mediocrity. I'm your host, Steve. On today's episode, Jurassic Park. So I'm sure by now you've seen Jurassic Park. It's about a group of people like Dr. Alan Grant and Jeff Goldblum who goes to a dinosaur zoo. The power goes out and all the dinosaurs try to eat everybody. It's an exciting thing. If there's any movie that stands the test of time, it's Jurassic Park. Especially, and this may be controversial, especially in terms of special effects. Yes, there are some moments where the CGI is pretty apparent, but it was 1993. But even so, it's not like it's just so fake that it takes you out of the movie. It's not Donald Trump and CNN. I think it's shocking in the 90s, it was animatronic dinosaurs that was so impressive. The movie's all, ooh, look, we have robot dinosaurs. We're Hollywood with lots of money. Well, it turns out they were right. I actually think the robot dinosaurs are some of the more impressive moments in the movie. Like when Dr. Sattler, Laura Dern's character, was like digging in that sick dinosaur's mouth. Was digging up in there and took her hand out and touched that nasty tongue, and her hand was just like, nah, and it was all spitty. Steven Spielberg is a genius, particularly with this movie though. I think he did such a great job with all of the scary parts. I mean, there's the part when Alan Grant and Tim are climbing down the tree and they're running away from the Jeep falling down the tree, and man, edge of my seat every time. I know what's gonna happen, but I'm terrified every time. I'm all, run, get away from the tree! Ooh! That's what I'm like every single time. And then, when the kids are in the kitchen, and they're hungry, right? And they go to the kitchen, and the velociraptors come, and there's that part where Lex, the little girl, she like tricks the velociraptor with the mirror trick thing. I forget about the mirror every time, and I think that girl is about to get eaten. At this point in the film, I stand up, and I'm about to run away before the girl does, because I'm trying not to get eaten by that velociraptor. I'm thinking, why is she still sitting there? Run away, girl! But, of course, we find out it's a mirror, and all is fine. All is well. I think what I would have liked more in the movie, though, is some serious talk about manufactured evolution and genetic engineering. I really would have appreciated that conversation. I think there's some real cool ethical philosophies that could have been explored a little bit more, and the movie chose to kind of gloss over that. There's just a few moments with Jeff Goldblum who kind of discusses that, but everyone else is just kind of running away from dinosaurs and doesn't want to get eaten, which isn't a bad thing. It's not a total bad thing. I just wish there was more, I wish there was more Jeff Goldblum talking about the philosophies of genetic engineering, right? I think though, on a personal level, Jeff and I would not be friends. I think he's crazy. But as a performer, I can't really get enough of him. He's just so wonderfully Goldblum. I always leave wanting more Jeff. So I was 4 when this movie came out in theaters. It was 1993. And I have regretted ever since that I have not been able to see it, in theaters at least. There was a re-release, like the big 3D re-release that went to theaters, but it did not come to mind. At that point, I regretted all of my life choices that led me to that moment and decided I should move immediately. And I did. I no longer live in that town. I have a smoking hot wife, and my life is so much better. Anyways, are you a Jurassic Park fan? Did you see the film? Do you own the film? Do you love the film? Do you know anything cool about the movie? If you do, let me know. And as always, please subscribe to get more great content every single week.